Let's get that cash rolling in. Hello my friends and welcome to The Simple Sober Life. I am Joshua and I help others make simple changes to create a life of awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do that right now because you're going to want to get notified each time I create a video. So today we're going to be talking all about multiple streams of income. In fact, I've got 19 ideas for you to create multiple streams of income so that you can create that life of awesome that you've always wanted. So there's this whole buzz around multiple streams of income. You know, everyone's talking about, oh, I got to create multiple streams of income, blah, blah, blah. But what does it really mean? Essentially what it means is you're not solely relying on your sole income from your job. So, you know, a majority of us go to a 9-to-5 or whatever type of job and we get a paycheck every 2 weeks or every week or every month, whenever it is. And that is all that we have to depend on. And, you know, we're kind of stuck in this routine where we just get up, we go to work, we collect a paycheck, we get up, we go to work, we collect a paycheck, and that's all there is to life. However, when we're able to create multiple streams of income, then we don't necessarily need to lean so hardly on the job that we have. You know, it really offers up a lot of freedom, and it kind of lifts a weight off you to know that, you know, if something should happen to that job, or, you know, one day you just decide, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, you have the freedom to walk away. Or if you're let go, then you have the freedom not to be stressed out about how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to pay for food, how you're going to pay for your car and insurance and all these other things, how you're going to pay for that trip that you've got planned in a couple of months. You have other sources of income to kind of cushion the blow and actually propel you forward into a more awesome life. So let's dive into it. So one of the sources of income that you can do is you can actually do paid surveys online. There are a couple of different websites that will send you surveys, and if you qualify for a particular survey, then you just kind of fill it out. It literally takes under an hour and they'll pay you for your time. And you can do this over and over and over and over again in your spare time. Now, I've signed up for a couple of these sites and I've gotten a couple of surveys. My other members of my family have been able to do it. And you know, it's not an extravagant amount of money, but it's also not a lot of time. You can probably do 2, 3, maybe even 4 surveys in an hour. And so you're collecting this money that, you know, all you'd be doing is taking a survey online. You can do that while you're watching TV or while you're doing something else. You know, it's very easy. Another idea for you is become a virtual assistant. You know, these are generally subcontracted jobs that, you know, you can go online and apply for, and people will just send you mediocre tasks, you know, things that they don't want to do in their everyday life, like scheduling or, you know, work in the books or, you know, doing these little tasks that don't take much effort and they really don't take a lot of time, you know, just project-based tasks to help move something off of their plate so that they can focus more on what they're doing, and they pay you for your time, you know, and it's a great way to earn additional income. You can literally do it for a couple hours a week and, you know, make a decent amount of money in addition to what you're already making. Another idea is stocks, specifically stocks that pay out a dividend. You know, most stocks that actually pay out a dividend will do it on a quarterly basis, and it's a percentage of, you know, what the profit was based on that stock. And my only disclaimer with this is only do it if you have disposable income. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and things like that, then I would probably discount this until you create other sources of income so that you can invest in those types of stocks. Also, there's a lot of freelance work that you can do, especially if you have a personalized skill, a specific skill, like if you're a good photographer or a writer or a designer, a carpenter, any type of specific skill, you can get out there and freelance in addition to what you're doing for your primary job. I did this quite a bit. I had my own digital marketing company, and I would get clients, but I would also freelance on the side in addition to the clients that I already had. So I would just pick up little projects here and there. Someone wanted me to edit a series of videos, so I do that on the side, or I just shoot a little project here or there, just little mediocre side tasks, freelance work for my specific skill. Other things that you can do can include selling crafts. Etsy is a great site for doing this, and from the trips that I've taken some spectacular photography, and I started putting my photography up on Etsy to sell as wall prints, and it was very easy. And the cool thing about this is I only took that one photograph once, edit it, make it real nice, only had to do that once, put it online, tell Etsy that, oh, I've got 100 of these in stock. And so I can sell that one print 100 times. And you can do that over and over and over and over again. Now with Etsy, it's a lot like other social media and Google Analytics and things like that. It all comes down to keywords and descriptions and things like that. You really have to market yourself on Etsy in order to, achieve any sort of notoriety or anything like that. But if you can break that barrier, it would be a fantastic way to generate other sources of income. Create an online course is another awesome way to generate additional sources of income. And I've done this in my past when I had my video marketing coaching business. I created online courses that would produce additional income. And that's another great way to create one product and be able to sell it over and over and over and over again. And you can literally do this with any specific skill. If you are a woodworker and you know how to make children-sized benches, then you can create a course and actually sell that online to other people who might be interested in that sort of environment or in that sort of hobby, and actually sell it to them and keep doing that over and over again. If you're a photographer, you can create a course on photography. It doesn't matter what your profession is, you have the ability to create an online course and generate that residual and another source of income. This is the next one is something that I've personally never done, but I know a bunch of people who have done it on the side. And this is becoming an Uber or Lyft driver. Now I know there's some skepticism behind it and there's some speculation and about how safe it is and things like that. I personally have never had a problem as a passenger. I've never given anyone a problem as a passenger. But I know many, many people. In fact, my brother-in-law goes in Ubers in Missouri when he's done with his shift just to generate another source of income. And I mean, you can make a couple $100 extra a week, just working, a couple hours. It's not a bad gig. Another source of income that you can start doing is creating a YouTube channel. And as you can see, that's exactly what I'm doing here. This is just another source of income that I am working to achieve. Now with YouTube, it's like Etsy, it's hard to break that barrier, but once you get the ball rolling, then it actually kind of snowballs, and it kind of escalates once you get the ball rolling. In order to start generating income directly from YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which seems mind-blowing and monumental, but it is possible. And people are doing it every single day. We all see those ads that roll at the beginning of a video that we're watching, or right in the middle of the video, which is, to me, the most annoying thing ever. Or, you see other banner ads and things like that. People who have created that video are making money off of each of those ads. So it takes some time, but it's definitely doable. On the heels of that, you can create a blog, which I've done, and you can actually monetize that with Google AdSense. You can have different companies. Please make sure that it's something that lines up with your brand. If you're selling children's books through your blog, you don't want a Viagra pharmaceutical company to be advertising. Or maybe you do. That might just be more customer base for you in the future. I don't know. But just make sure it's brand specific, and you can definitely monetize that blog. If you're not the writing type, then you might want to look into purchasing a blog. If there's a certain subject matter that you're interested in, go online, look for a blog that has become stagnant, someone who has this domain, this blog that has it monetized, but hasn't really done anything with it in a while, and see if you can purchase that. That way you get the ad revenue that continues to roll in, but you don't have to do any work. It's a long shot, but it is possible. Another way, if you are a writer, is write a book and collect the royalties off of that. That is exactly another source of income that I am working towards. I'm currently, I think 185 pages into the book I'm writing, and I'm planning on the first draft being done by the end of March. And then, there's the editing process. So there's a lot, and then I have to find a publisher. But there's a lot of work that goes in up front, but the end rewards are very, very great. On the heels of the stocks, real estate investment. Now, I have done a lot of research in this. I've gone into RIAs, which are groups that help with real estate investors. I've, elbowed with some of the greatest real estate investors in the country. And, I have some knowledge about this. I've never done it. I've purchased a home, but I've never actually invested in any. But this is definitely another possible source of income that I will be looking into the future. And, there are courses out there on how to do it and, whatnot. I've never taken one. I've gone to one of those free seminars, and I got a lot of great information from that free seminar, but of course they want to upsell you. Why not? But a lot of what you can actually learn for free by joining one of those real estate investment groups. I think there's like an annual or monthly membership fee, but then you're actually networking live right there. And I know in many cases you can actually get into real estate investing with no out-of-pocket money, which is very, very cool. Another thing that you can do to generate a multiple source of income is become a secret shopper. I was a waiter for several years, and we would have these secret shoppers come in, and they would it was their opinion about their experience. And they'll call ahead and they'll make a reservation, and they'll come in, they'll give their opinion on how the host was, how the waiter was, how the busser was, all this other stuff. You get a free dinner and you get paid. I know a lot of clothing stores do this. You go in, you shop around, you basically fill out a survey about your experience. just to let the establishment know how they're doing. You can also become a website tester, and this is super cool. There's plenty of resources online. Just type in how to become a website tester, and what new websites and even existing websites want to do is they want to send you to their website, have you go through the experience and give your opinion on, how the layout is, how the functionality is, how user-friendly it is, what made what parts did you like, what parts did you not like, things like that. And you can actually get paid to surf the web. That's pretty cool. This one isn't exactly a source of income, but it kind of is. Paying off a credit card. I know. It doesn't sound like it'd be a source of income, but think about it. If you routinely, on a monthly basis, you're paying out, let's say, $100 to a credit card over and over and over and over and over again. If you pay it off, what do you get to save? You get to save $100 over and over and over and over and over again. And so it kind of is an extra source of income. It's something that's not going out, but is actually staying in with you. Some other things that you can do is become a referral source for a small business. Small businesses have it tough, and so a lot of times they don't have a huge marketing budget. So they base their business, their foundation, on referrals. And many of them will actually pay for referrals. Refer us to someone. If they sign up, then you'll get $100. And you can do that over and over and over again for multiple establishments. I mean, please make sure to patron the business that you're referring it to so you can actually give an honest review and feel good in your conscience sending them to someone. I mean, you don't want to send them to, a stylist and your friend come out looking like buckwheat and, she gets all mad at you or he gets all mad at you, and you don't want any of that. So make sure to be a patron at those establishments. Another thing that's become really popular is Airbnb. A lot of people are moving from hotels to Airbnb because it's more of a homey, comfortable type of environment. So if you have extra space or you're going to be out of town for a while, why not rent out your house, your apartment, your condo, your tree house, whatever, and make some extra money with that. And then this last one, the 19th one, is eBay. Now, I personally have never done this, but you are well capable of, buying certain things and selling them on eBay at a profit. My brother-in-law actually does this, and he's been doing it for years. He goes around to different thrift stores, go to Goodwill and Salvation Army and all these other things, and pick up little things that he think would sell on eBay, and he posts them up, takes photos, posts them up, and sells stuff on a near daily basis. And so, he's generating an extra source of income for him and his family through eBay. Now, I know lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people are doing it now, so the market has become saturated. But, it's even a small extra source of income is still an extra source of income. My friends, I hope you got value out of this. If you did, please make sure to comment down below. I would love to hear your ideas on how to generate multiple sources of income. Also, give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that bell when you subscribe so you get notified each time I create a video. My friends, thank you so much. Have a great day.